descending process. I didn't get a good grasp of that.
Sure. It's funny actually, because when Helen and I first started working together, I remember us having a conversation about this. Because I'd been told about the concept of descending, and I remember us talking about this because that wasn't something that was resonating all that well at the time with the way that we see things. Because it is a little bit different to the way that we normally see things.
Yeah.
Okay. It is often been conceptualized in the spiritual frameworks for humanity that really there's somewhere that you need to go. Yes? Or there's some place that you need to raise yourself to, or that you need to get from here to here. Do you understand? And that very concept is largely generated around the hierarchical system and the time frame of the third dimensional grid that we've illustrated for you. Do you understand? So throughout the journey or the path, as you would see it, within the third dimensional time-space continuum, you can lift yourself, or consciousness can lift, yes? And when consciousness lifts, things start to look a bit different. True? You start to lift yourself out of the smog and you get a bigger picture. You can start to breathe, things look clearer. You're out of the masses and you're into the cosmos. And so when we talk about even concepts even such concepts as ascended masters, because you know, we've been described a little bit like that as well. Although we don't really like the term, because what it suggests is that somehow we're sitting somewhere above humanity. Do you see? Whereas the truth is, we're not actually above humanity. It's more that we're not connecting in with the physical form. So what we would say unto you is that humans aren't really trying to ascend, not in this new format. What we're trying to do here with, we say we as a unified consciousness, is trying to recalibrate the body systems so that it can actually contain more of you. Yes? So that you don't have to walk around with your little finger as your consciousness anymore. You don't have to have a very small aspect of you living within your own body. It doesn't have to be, this is my higher self over here, this is my little self in here, yes? It doesn't have to be awareness and ego. It doesn't have to be me when I'm being all consciously aware and me when I'm being contracted. The reasons your bodies are being reconfigured and the reasons the format on the planet is changing is so that more and more and more of your consciousness can be here. And so when we say that there are others who descend into human form, that is to say that the human body has the capacity to hold that kind of vibrational frequency. Do you understand? Whereas it couldn't before. But what it means for you as well is it means that more of you gets to inhabit this. More of your wisdom, more of who you really are. More of your divinity. Yes? So when we use the term descension, what we're talking about is you actually being able to step into this dimensional reality. Because the reality, apart from this one, is that you're multidimensional. And quite a few of you actually have had to go through the process of being able to adjust to be in a physical body. True? Unbeknownst to many of you, when you actually came into your physical forms, only a small shard of your light came in. That's why you're sleeping all the time when you're young. Because you have to actually descend and get used to what the body's doing, do you see? And once you actually start to engage in the body, that's when the creation process really starts to begin. So it works two ways. The more the consciousness is able to be anchored in the body, the more the body changes. The more the body changes, the more capacity you've got to sit in it. Do you understand? And that is why many of you will begin to have less and less and less time being unconscious on the planet. Actually, what you call sleep. Do Do you understand? Because you won't be needing to sleep anymore. Because more of your consciousness will be able to be here. Do you understand? It will be more acclimatized to it. Making sense? Does that answer your question?
Yes.
So you can all come down to earth now, please. We might need you. We've got some rebuilding going on here. Time to show up. And that is why many of you are in roles at this time where it's going to be vital that you are reminding people of who they are. Because it really is time for people to start showing up, yes? So you light the way, so they know that it's safe for them to do it too. We would just like to say one more thing. Make this solar year the year of the Descended Master. That's you. That is all.